Uh, uh. So I guess that is going down, and it's going down right now. And I like how it sounds. Everything is going to be all right when I come around. Everything is going to be okay. We do this thing like every day. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. With O, aka Sun 752. You know how we do. We coming through, and everything is going to be okay. Yes, yeah, because I say so. Oh, yo, you didn't know everything is going to be all right, and we still flow. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about the reason why when they hurt, you hurt. The reason why you hurt when they hurt. So, when you care about somebody, when you love somebody, when you're concerned about somebody, you're concerned about their well-being. And so, when they get in trouble or when they physically, get hurt, damaged or whatever, sometimes you can actually feel somebody else's pain. The closer you are to somebody, there's almost like a spiritual connection, and we understand that. But many times you can feel like you not only have a spiritual connection to somebody, but you also have a physical connection to them. What you gonna do? Oh, when they hurt, you hurt. They hurt, we hurt. We hurt together. Yo, whether you feel it or not, I feel like I got shot when you got pierced, and I think that we're on the same page. You're not the same age, but I send the crowd in a rage. Stage 1, a 2, 3, 4. We gotta do this thing, and no more. It's real though, man. When a lot of parents, when their children fall down, when they get hurt, when they don't, when they're not feeling well, when they're sick, sometimes the parents can feel it themselves, and that's why many concerned parents are so in a hurry. We're in such a hurry to try to remedy the problem with our children because we can feel it. More than likely, we have been in situations where we have been hurt the same way that they have been hurt. So we want to try to remedy the problem, and we try to solve them. Word. What's going on, Black Economic Exchange? That's my girl, Crystal Rice. Yeah, that's nice. Thanks for coming on through. You know that we crew. You know how we do. Good to see me, some you, and Sue Clay Jatois. Thanks for coming on through. Thanks for coming on by. So, hold on for a second. I gotta do a little something. Gotta take care of a little something. Yeah, good. I just had to throw that little fan on. You know what I mean, throw a little fan on. Let the thing spin. We all good though. So how y'all feeling this morning, man? I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should. I know I'm feeling like a real man, and I hope that y'all feeling like real men and women should. And that's a good thing to be and a good way. And I say, we doing it today. Today's going to be a beautiful day. Leo season, the second day of Leo season. It ain't rained since Leo season started. And what's that telling you? I mean, don't front. What's it telling you? It should be telling you something. Yeah, do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you underdig? Stacey White on the Instagram side. Good to see you over there. Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to my big sis, Robbie Ming is doing the thing. She's a queen for a king. And T. Carrie Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always good to have my peoples going right in your sight. So this morning on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about the reason why you hurt when they hurt. So we're going to talk about the spiritual connection and sometimes what it feels like a physical connection that you have with somebody. When you love somebody, when you care about somebody, when you have deep concern for somebody, you want to make sure you want to see them doing good, being healthy, being able to navigate their way through life unharmed. And when someone does harm them, whether they harm them physically, whether they harm them mentally, emotionally, psychologically, you may actually feel the pain, the anguish, the turmoil that they are going through. So we're going to take a look at it today, a strong look at it today. Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm gonna put y'all on to something that I don't know if y'all have noticed before, but I took notice of it. Have you ever noticed that the word therapist, if you separate the, it's the rapist. Therapist. T-H-E, the R-A-P-I-S-T. Rapist. Therapist. I wonder if anybody has ever pronounced that wrong. And be like, oh yeah, I went to go see the rapist. You went to go see who? The rapist. You went to go see what? The rapist. And I feel a lot better now. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single weekend from 11 a.m. till around 12:30-ish. And the reason that we say 12:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is a Saturday, baby. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, bust it up, all crazy, go back and forth with each other. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way the universe projects us into this thing called life and try to figure it out. How come we live in, what we taking from, and how much we give in. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. It is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. And I'm glad to be here this morning, this Saturday, this 24th of August, second day of Leo. We are talking about the reason why we hurt when they hurt. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt somebody else's pain? And I don't mean that you just had an understanding or had empathy for the way that they felt. I'm talking about you felt like you felt the exact same that they think that they felt, even though you didn't get hit with what they got hit with, even though you were not sick with what they were sick with, even though you were not directly affected the same way that they were directly affected, but you still felt their pain, their physical pain. Now, don't act like, all right, I'm talking about in a scenario where you are close to a person. You know, we want to make sure that the people that we care about are in good health. All of y'all keeping y'all in health just to see you smile and enjoy yourself, because it's okay. But even when we witness a violent act towards someone else who we may not know at all, sometimes we can still feel it. Like, yo, you ever see somebody get in a motorcycle accident or a bad car accident? Have you ever seen anybody fall from a tall space? Have you ever seen anybody fall down? You ever see anybody suffer a head injury? You ever see somebody get hit in the head so hard, you like, oh my God, you got a headache from that shit. Like they hit so hard, maybe it's the sound of it or something, but you felt your head ringing. You felt your head ringing. So if you can do that with a complete stranger, because you may understand or may have experienced what it was like to get hit or to get impacted the way that they got impacted, or you may have felt what it was like for them to get their feelings hurt in the way that they got their feelings hurt. So you felt them. You felt the pain that they were feeling. Everybody listening to the sound of my voice right now has probably had their heart broken. And everybody knows that when you get your heart broken, you do not want to experience heartbreak again. So maybe when you see somebody else get their heart broken or their feelings hurt really bad, maybe you feel that. Remember how it was when you was a teenager and maybe you had your little teenage love thing going? A teenage love. Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. Remember that? Remember, like, maybe you could have been as young as 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, somewhere during your high school years when you had your first serious relationship with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever. And maybe y'all broke up. And maybe y'all broke up over cheating. Maybe y'all broke up over irreconcilable differences at such a young age, puppy love or whatever. And you know how vulnerable your feelings are when you are very young. And your view of relationships, your view of the world, your view of love, your view of marriage is all shaped by media sources like TV and the movies. And you really think that one man, one woman gonna be together forever? Because that's the way you supposed to think when you are young like that. You ain't supposed to be thinking that, you know, all these bitches ain't shit and they just want to fuck a nigga, or they just want to take a man for his money, and when the money runs out, then she don't have no time for him no more. You're not supposed to be thinking like that as a young boy. As a young boy, you're supposed to be thinking like, yeah, man, you know, I love her, she loved me. I'm in her corner. She my ride or die. She's in my corner, and we're gonna be together forever. She would never mess around with another man. She don't have no eyes for another man, and whatever. And even if she did like another man, he was probably somebody that she saw on TV or in the movies. It ain't nobody that would be accessible to her. And then you get that reality check. Your girl don't want to be with you no more. She don't even have a good reason for it. You've been treating her right. You've been talking to her good. You've been trying to do the best that you could by her. Anyway, where I'm getting at with this, where I'm going with this is, when you experience your first heartbreak, it can be devastating to you. Some people don't recover from that first ever heartbreak. Some people never recover from that. Some people take their lives over that shit. What you thought would be there with you and for you forever just got lost and taken away in one fell swoop. They talking about they don't want to be with you no more. They talking about they don't love you no more. They talking about they only want to be friends. They talking about they want to see other people. They talking about we ain't together no more, so go on with yourself, and I hope you're in good health. And your heart was broken, and maybe you tried to prevent yourself from calling them anymore, trying to go around them anymore, trying to get with them anymore, trying to see them again anymore. You may have gone through all of those things, and it may not have worked. So that first heartbreak might have been devastating to you. Well, how did you feel when later on, when you finally got past that, got over that, got through that, when you had children of your own? And when your children grew up enough to get into relationships of their own, and you saw them get their heart broken, you know how that go. You know how that feels. And you watching your child, you watching your daughter, you watching your son, you watching them mope around the crib, you watching them going to that depression, you watching them cry, and you watching them try to hold their feelings back, and you watching them go through it, and you watching them be confused, and you watching them be in that space that nobody would like to be in, that we all have to go through one day and be in. You felt their pain. And you try to, as a parent, we only have a couple of options. We either have the options of trying to empower them, like, listen, you're going to fall in love, or you're going to be involved with a lot of people in your life as time goes on. So don't put all your time and energy into this one, but you have your whole life ahead of you. You haven't even gone to college yet. You haven't experienced life yet. You don't know what it's like out there. Your mind is going to change so much. Teenagers don't be believing that shit that adults tell them about how everybody goes through this, and this is just a phase, and it's going to be all right, and you'll make it through this, and the next one too, and the next one after that, if it shall come. The teenagers ain't trying to hear that shit. And you know that you were a teenager at one time too, and you didn't understand that shit. So you see your baby going through it, and you want to tell them like, man, fuck that bitch, or fuck that nigga. You know what I mean? These boys out here, they don't want to do nothing but get in your pants. And then you want to tell them that, but you don't believe that in your heart of hearts, but you're trying to find a way to get your baby back on track. You're trying to find a way to make your young man, your little man, understand that there are thousands of fish in the sea, and this one little girl that he was all into ain't going to be the first, they might be the first, but they won't be the last one that he feels that way about. You feel him. You feel it in your heart. You know how it is as a parent. You want to be helpful. You want to do damage control. You want to fix it. You want your kids to be all right. And if you can, you want your kids to be all right going through you. You want to show them exactly how to win. And then you have to remember that you didn't know how to win at one time too. Shit, you might not know how to win now. You might not know how to win right now. But you might be able to show somebody else how to win. Sometimes we can coach even if we never played. We may not have been able to play very well, but we might have a strategy to be able to coach pretty well. But you feel their pain. You feel they hurt. Cinderella, Dana Dane. Well, it's the woman Dana Dane with famous Cinderella, Dana Dane. Cherry is all in the house. How you doing, Ma? And Fran Golson. You are my friend. What's going on, Fran? Fran, what's going on, Ma? It's good to see me some you. All right. So, listen, I need y'all to hit that like button as y'all come in. Make sure y'all hit the like button, smash the like button, get with the like button. Make sure you hit the like button and share the show. And make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd appreciate y'all. I'd appreciate it if y'all would do that. I need that. It would really, really help out. I need that. Fran says, amen. Yes, great topic, son. Good morning all. And she says 24th of July, sir, not August. Oh, damn. Yeah, because if it was the 24th of August, that would be Virgo season. It might not even be no Virgo season this year. We got to see. All right, Cherry says, I feel like I'm an empath. My level of empathy is high. I feel like I have to be careful who I'm around because I absorb their energy. I'm hurting when they're hurting. I understand. Shirley, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, ma? Robin Ming says, I told my kids don't put one apple in a basket. And yes, when they got hurt, I felt their hurt. Because I knew what it felt like. Yeah, you knew what it felt like. And you also knew what it felt like to get over it, get past it. But you know that you had to go through it. You know that you had to live through it. You know that you had to do whatever it is that you had to do in order to get to the point where you could even have those children. To whereas you could birth them. So when you see them in trouble and you know how to get out of the trouble, but you have to also realize that as a full-fledged adult who is responsible for your children, you have to show them in a way that they will understand what it's like to navigate through this thing called life. It ain't easy, man. It's hard. It be all hard and shit. Why life gotta be all hard? And sometimes your life is hard in real time, and sometimes it's hard because of what you feel like your duty is to other people. You know, when you are a helper, when you are a healer, when you are a calmer, when you are a soother, when you are a fixer, when you are a lover, it's not easy. It can be very difficult. So this morning on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we're going to go through a variety of scenarios to whereas, like Dana Dane was saying, you know, we're gonna channel our inner empath, whether we have realized that we may be or have empathetic tendencies or not. One thing is for sure, there is somebody out there that you have tried to protect, to help, to fix, to heal, to service, to assist. There's somebody out there who you've done that for. And one of the reasons may be because you have seen what they have seen. And now you feel what they feel. Almost on some Corsican brothers shit. You know, the Corsican brothers were twins. And when one guy hit, the other one felt it instead of the person who got hit feeling it. Well, that was sort of like a comedy, but in real life, as far as we can relate to, there may have been situations where we actually, where you may have actually seen somebody get punched in the face, and you might have been like, yo, he slid the shit out of him. And you may have tried to help. Sucre Jetois says, thankfully, I've never witnessed any horrible accidents. I sure have. Heartbreak is almost unavoidable. Yeah, all you gotta do is keep living. She says, yeah, you be ready to go off on their whole family. Yeah. Yeah, the struggle is real. We be struggling. Yeah, but it can feel like you really are going through what somebody else is going through, even though you're not physically going through it. But the mind controls everything that you see, hear, touch, feel. And so if your mind is that much in tune with somebody else's, it may be a case where you feel what they are feeling in real time. You just may not have the bruises to show. Robbie Ming said, okay, wait. She says, when you go through life, it teaches you life lessons. If you don't take heed to those lessons, then you're screwed. Yeah. But everybody learns those lessons in their own way and in their own time. That's the thing. And you know how it is, Rob, when you need somebody to get it right now. I need you to understand this right now. And they ain't getting it. No matter how plainly you are explaining it, they ain't getting it. No matter how many physical examples you use, they ain't getting it. No matter how easy it seems to of a concept it seems that they should be able to grasp, they ain't getting it. They're not. Sometimes it might be because they're not trying to get it. Some people want to be stuck in the space that they are in for the time being. Yeah, I know that sounds defeatist, but it's true. I know we've probably all known somebody who really just wanted to be down in the dumps. You tried to do everything to get their mind off of this shit, and they seem to be hell bent on just staying right there in the space that they were. No. And sometimes you have to meet a person right where they are, and you might not like the meeting place. I'm gonna meet you right where you are, but I don't see why we gotta be. Why do we have to meet here? Why do we have to meet here? And it be like that sometimes. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. If y'all would like to call into the show, give y'all 2 cents. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Once again, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on it, do the damn thing. The reason why you hurt when they hurt, because you love them and you care about them and you're concerned about them. You don't want to see the people that you care about in pain. You don't want to see that. You don't want to feel that. You wouldn't want to feel that way, so you don't want them to feel that way. And just like some of y'all was saying, everybody gets their heart broken. Everybody has to go through the pain of heartbreak. But every heartbreak ain't the same. My heartbreak might not be shit compared to yours. Or it might be so much greater than yours that you wondering how I'm still alive. You wondering how come I haven't considered putting a gun to my head or taking a bottle of pills or slitting my wrist or whatever. You really can't compare someone's emotional pain to someone else's. You can compare what actually happened, the facts of what happened to somebody else, but you can't compare how another person receives it versus how you receive it. And that's where a lot of communication problems come down. How many of y'all have tried to do it? How many of y'all have had a good friend, a best friend who maybe was in a bad marriage or a bad relationship that was leading towards marriage. How many of y'all have seen that? How many of y'all have seen a toxic relationship that's heading straight to marriage? Like, that don't make no sense, right? Normally, if it's toxic, it should be heading towards breakup. How many of y'all have seen a toxic relationship that was headed towards marriage? Like, these motherfuckers can't even get along. They can't agree on shit. But they are on their way to they on their way to holy moly, to holy shit matrimony. Like, yo, y'all get married is the worst thing that y'all can do. But they may believe in their heart of hearts that getting married would actually help them to come together. I know if I've seen it, y'all have had to have seen it. I've seen mad toxic relationships in my day, and the motherfuckers, they went and got married. Y'all should have broke up months ago, years ago, but that ain't what happened. They went and meet me at the altar in an all-white dress. We ain't getting no younger, girl. It's time to do it. They did it. So when you see a toxic relationship heading towards marriage, and you trying to tell them, no, you got to listen, this is unhealthy for you. This is bad for you. You're going to throw everything away messing around with this person. They're going to take everything away from you. They're already taking away your good self-esteem. They're taking away your good love for yourself. They're taking away your sense of self. This is bad. And they ain't trying to hear that. They trying to tell you. They telling you, you a hater. You just jealous. They telling you that you just jealous. Secret Jutois says, I've seen it. I think we've all seen it. If we have friends and family, we've probably seen this shit. Relationship toxic as hell. Toxic as hell. And it's heading towards marriage. Like, how? It's like watching a train wreck. You can't take your eyes off it. That's the thing about a train wreck. You see two trains on their way to having a head-on collision, you ain't gonna turn the other way. But I don't think most of us aren't ready for the look of that devastation that train wreck is going to entail. That's heavy machinery right there. That's going to fuck up everybody. And you know there are a lot of people on the train. We talk about plane crashes. If you've ever seen a train wreck, if you've ever seen images of a train wreck, you know that shit be looking crazy. All of the cars of the train everywhere, laying over each other. It's just, and you like, ain't no way they could have survived this. But if you ever seen the damage of a train wreck, you be looking at the damage of the train wreck and you can almost feel it like, God damn. Some people are trapped under that rubble, under that wreckage. Twisted metal, baby. Twisted metal. So you may feel the impact or the pain of that or the other people in that train wreck, even though you weren't on a train. Same thing is when you're watching somebody struggle with the emotions that they are hurting with. There's a reason why people who have escaped abusive relationships, there's a reason why people don't write that off. They don't write it off like it's just something that everybody goes through, because they know that being exposed to that unhealthy fear, anxiety, all those threats and those uncomfortable situations. You don't want nobody to go through that shit, especially somebody that you care about. And when somebody that you care about is going through it, sometimes they may not even want to share with you what's going on with them, but you already know. You already know. You know what they're feeling. You know what's going on with them. You know what they're doing. It's like when a person is on drugs. When a person has been on drugs, they know when somebody else is on them drugs. The hardest thing for a drug addict to do is to fool another drug addict into thinking that they ain't getting high. Because we know. What's going on, Jackie? My sister-in-law, Jackie. She's more like a sister straight up and down. Larry, yo, man, I know you've been calling, man. I got you. But, I'm back in Facebook jail anyway. So, like we ain't ready. Yeah, they took me out of Facebook jail for like 11 days, threw me right back in that shit. So I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good looking out, Jack. I appreciate you, appreciate you mucho. So, Larry, you may not know that my dad passed. My dad passed a couple of weeks ago. So, things have been a little, it ain't been a good look. You know what I'm saying? So we just had the funeral on Thursday. So I've had some pressing things going on. You know what I'm saying? So everything good though. Everything is going to be all right. We start to heal and say how we really feel. Everything is going to be all right. Yes, today we going to do the things the right way, I say. All right, Cherry says, because I know what this feels like, changing can be scary. Sometimes people are afraid of change more than their reality. True. Cheryl Hudson says, my friend got married to a childhood sweetheart. They loved each other, but argued. Now she is in protective services because their fights got out of hand. Because their fights got out of hand. Yeah. Abusive relationships. Yeah, people who have been in abusive relationships know what it's like to be in the house afraid, to feel like you can't leave the house, to feel like you can't express to other people what's going on with you, why you're hurting, why you're bruised, why you're sad all the time, why you are afraid a lot of the times, why you're hesitant to do certain things, why you act like you have to watch everything that you say. And being in an abusive relationship also makes you become a liar, because you have to keep lying about what's going on with you. You have to keep lying about the impact that it's having on you. You have to keep lying about the way that you feel. You have to keep lying about the pain that you're going through. You have to keep lying about the love that you feel and the way that somebody is expressing it to you or taking it away from you. You have to, being in an abusive relationship makes you into a liar. Sure, you are a liar who is excused or should be excused, but not everybody even excuses you. Some people will come along and be like, well, if you was in such an abusive relationship, why did you try to tell everybody that everything was okay? That man wasn't abusing you. He couldn't have been abusing you because, I ain't see no marks on you. And I ain't see, every time I was around, he treated you nice. They don't know. They don't know how predators roll. They don't know how people can put on such a great face in public and be whooping your ass in the background or totally demoralizing you and humiliating you in the background. They don't know. They're not there. But the ones who have been there, they understand. And they hurt just like you hurt. And they'll probably be a resource to do anything in order to get you up out of that situation, because they would never want to see themselves in that situation again. Now, think about it when it's a child of yours, a sister of yours, a brother of yours, your mom, your dad. Yeah. Yeah. When you really have to relive the shit all over again. Any of y'all ever grow up in a household where there was abuse? Where there was physical and or emotional abuse consistently, constantly, all the time? You know that shit is not a healthy thing. You know it's not a thing that it's not a thing that you would ever want to relive. It's not something that you ever want to see your family or your peoples who you may consider to be like family. It may not be one of those things that you come on, man. It may not be one of those things that you would ever want to relive again, you know? Hold on, kitty. Chill. Ow. You're abusing me. You are abusing me. Yeah, so all right. So yeah, when you've grown up in that situation, when you've seen your dad knock your mom around and be messing around in the streets and shit, making her feel sad all the time and shit, and you're powerless because you're young. I got one for you. See, some people grow up in an abusive relation. I mean, in an abusive household where the dad may really be a terrible man and terrible husband to the mother, but they might be very gentle, understanding, and loving towards the kids. It can be confusing as hell. It can be confusing as hell. You are a total rogue and terrible husband and or man to my mom, but you are a loving, attentive, doting, affectionate dad to us. So the mom gets all of the hell and we get all of the heaven. For a child, that's going to fuck his or her head up. Because it's going to make you believe that the mom is causing this problem. That's the reason why she's the only one being hurt. So if she would stop getting on his nerves, if she would stop making him mad the way he says that she make him mad all the time, he would stop whooping her ass. See, she making it happen herself. See, mom, you need to just shut up sometimes. He says shut up. Why you ain't just shut up? So you're supposed to be feeling the pain of your mom, but you're not. That got fucked up somewhere along the way. Daddy treats us like he's a great father. He's a wonderful father, but he's the shittiest husband or man that my mom could ever have. But don't worry, there's always one child that won't accept daddy's behavior. There's always one child that's like, nah, you ain't gonna be doing my mom like that. Fuck that. I don't care if you bought me a PlayStation 4. You ain't doing mommy like that. Okay. What a weirdo. Good. All right. And cats, animals probably be like, I don't know what they washing their hands for. They over there trying to smell like perfume, trying to smell like flowers and sweet shit and all of that. That ain't how they really smell. At least I smell how I really smell. You over there faking the funk, putting on that shit. What they call it, cologne? You don't smell like that for real. You got on, you spraying on that weave. You spraying on that. You spraying that that aromatic weave on you. So, okay, let me see. So Twa says he can be kind to the children because he looks at them as part of him. Okay, is that what that is? Usually the middle child gives 0 fucks. Is that a fact? I never knew that. Okay. Don't worry about Crystal. Emily Dunlap. Don't worry about Crystal. She down like a submarine. Okay. Cheryl says, okay, wait. Fran says, I have definitely heard of the I hit my face on the cabinet door once or twice. Yeah. Turning the victims into liars. Turning the victims into liars. That's not right. That ain't right. That ain't right. I hit my face on the cabinet door once or twice. So you got a black eye from hitting yourself in the face with a cabinet door? Like a black eye sort of takes on the shape of the blunt force object that hit it. A cabinet door should show like a point or whatever. But okay, we know what's going on with them, and we just sort of think to ourselves like, damn, this nigga whooping her ass. And if you've ever been in that situation, you feel it too. Like, oh man, you want to do something, but guess what? Sometimes your efforts to try to help will fall by the wayside because they really just want you to mind your fucking business. The only reason you sticking your nose in this business or in my business or in our business is because you ain't got no man. Even though you may have a man, but those are kind of things that happen. You in there trying to be Wonder Woman. They like, nah, we got this. The fuck out of here. Don't disturb this groove. Okay. Hey, Carol Chamberlain, me favorita, and Barbara Hill Cisse. Bobby Cisse is all up in the house. How you feeling, ma? Good to see me. Some you, for real. And she says, the person that's being abused takes up for their abuser most of the time. And that's where we have the problem. So today we're talking about the reason why we hurt when they hurt. The reason why we hurt when they hurt. We can feel their hurt. We can feel the hurt of somebody, even if we're pissed off, even if we are I don't want to say secretly, but even if below the surface we're really pissed off for this person allowing themselves to get embroiled in this situation. They have allowed themselves to get involved with this abuser. They have allowed themselves to walk down this road. They have allowed themselves to get in this situation that's so hard to get up out of. It's fucked up. We messing around and blaming the victim because the victim has turned into a liar. And the reason that the victim has turned into a liar is because the abuser has turned the victim into the person that needs to defend themselves, even though they can never defend themselves against the abuser. So they wind up defending themselves against the people who are actually trying to do the work to try to help them. It is a bad spiral, baby. This is bad. real bad. You know what I'm saying? Secret Chutois says, have you ever seen anyone hit their eye on a cabinet door? Let me tell you something. I have never seen Halley's Comet, but I know that it exists. I'm wishing on a star to follow where you are. I'm wishing on a dream to find out what it means. And I wish on all the rainbows that I see. Okay. Mr. Clay says, I'm just saying I have it. Yeah, I have, Like, it makes you ask the question, like, did it hit you in the eye and on the cheek? Because that cheek pretty puffy. And it got you on the right eye, but the left cheek? Did the cabinet door sweep over, hit this side, then come back and punch you in the eye? But we may accept their excuse because we feel what they're going through. And all we want to do is help. But because what is happening to them is what's happening to them, they're not in a position to be able to accept our help. It's a terrible space to be in. And if you've ever been in that place, if you've ever been in that space, you feel what they're going through. So when you love somebody, when you're concerned about somebody, when you deeply care about somebody, you feel what they are feeling. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't really mean to get off into this abuse type of conversation. I ain't really mean to go down that rabbit hole. But if we're talking about how we feel physically or mentally or emotionally, how somebody else feels, then we might just have to go there. We might gotta go there. Robbie Robin Mink says it's just crazy. She wants everyone to like him. Mm-hmm. If you say something about him to her, she tries to keep the baby from seeing us. Oh shit. That's because she has black eyes and don't want nobody to see them. Oh. Whoa. T. Carey Wright says, those cabinet doors have springs in them, hard to dodge. They need to get looks like somebody needs to get their matrix on. So when the cabinet door swings, you need to woo. You gonna have to get your matrix on, baby. Secret Chutois says, is your connection messing up? Not that I know of. I don't think so. Let me do a speed test and see what I'm working with over here. Let me see what I'm working with. This is not totally out of the question that I might be lagging over here. Let me see what these numbers looking like. What it look like when you're on the mic. Yo, sucker MCs, don't try to buy it. Well, the numbers definitely aren't what they should be, but they're strong enough. They're strong enough to give us what we need right now. Let me do 2 out of 3. Let me do two out of 3 over here. Please make sure that y'all hit the like button. Please, it don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Please hit the like button for me and share the show and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate that. The dagger the that is like that, y'all. Like dagger the that. Nah, we should be in good shape. We should be in good shape. We should be all right. T. Carey Wright says, we need to talk about stuff like this. Okay, cool. Cool. Sure says, shaking my head. I actually did see someone run into a cabinet door. I bet you they didn't get a black eye out of it, though. Looking like straight blunt force trauma. You know what I mean? Why you looking like blunt force trauma over here? Why I'm looking like blunt force trauma? Blunt force trauma. Why I'm looking like that? What I'm doing? Barbara Hill CC says, I was in that situation in 2018, 2020. Wow. It was mutual combat after a while because I couldn't deal with that and he wouldn't leave me alone. Whoa. What, nigga? What you want? Tell me what you want. What they really want. Okay. All right. Yes, Kitty. I got you, Kitty. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So yeah. So when somebody who is very close to you is in pain, when they're in trouble, we feel like we're in pain. We feel like we're in trouble. We feel like we're in dire straits. We feel like we're in crisis. It's hard not to. It's hard not to because you care. You know, our people, the ones that we love, the ones that we care about, the ones that are of our concern, you know, we sort of take an emotional responsibility for them because they are an extension of us. How you going to say that you really care about a person, but you don't care about how they're feeling out there, how they're doing out there, and what's happening to them? It's hard to argue that you care if you just let them be out there. God damn it! All right, look, nigga, come here. Okay. No. Come on back. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I gotta wash up again because of you. You make me got to wash up. You made me got to wash up, man. Come on, man. Oh, no, 18 through 20 years old. I was about to say, woo, that was just a minute. Okay, 18, 20 years old. Woo. Did I miss that? Okay, you said I was in that situation at 18, 20. Okay. All right, it's not like you wrote it that way. All right. And I mean, it's not like you wrote it so it was a misunderstanding. I get you. I got you. Fran Summerson. She's showing you love. He love you. But yeah. When you're close to somebody, when you care about them, you ain't just gonna let them be out there and get all messed up. That pretty much negates any feelings of teamwork, community, concern, familial, family unity, all of that. If you just let your peoples get hurt out there, just learn their lessons without any guidance from you or any assistance from you or help from you, it's hard to do that, because that's not showing that you feel what they feel or when they feel. She said, it's like you feel like you're not living up to a certain duty that you have in order, to protect the ones that you love. If you claim to love somebody, but you're not interested in keeping them away from sickness and harm, well, I would really question what you say you love or how you say you love. I would question that. I would question it. Robbie Ming says, going through that now with a close family member. She's hiding out with him somewhere. Now, now that we have the baby, that's on her, because he's on pills and God knows whatever. Oh shit. We have tried to get her out of this situation and away from him, but she doesn't want to leave him. So what else can we do? Well, you know what? Well, let me ask you this, Rob. Is she on drugs too? I'm not saying that she's an addict, but if she does the same things that he does, it's a little harder for her. It might be a little harder for her to see the forest for the trees. It can definitely complicate her ability to see why that there is a separation that needs to be made between the two. When you're on drugs, or if you're abusing drugs, then other forms of abuse just don't seem to be as severe. You may not be able to look through severity in those lenses, from those lenses. They may not be able to see it. Crackheads protect other crackheads. Dope fiends protect other dope fiends. They help each other out. They feed each other. They assist each other. They help each other. It is what it is. So if you have a situation where you are hiding your abuse and you're hiding your drug use, yeah, it gets worse. The rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper. Robbie says she might be. He's controlling her. The last time I saw her, it was in January. Wow. And she says, I know that she's brainwashed. Woo! Yeah, well, Rob, in a situation like that, trying to help somebody that doesn't want to be helped is hard. And it's frustrating. It's demoralizing. And it's thankless. And then people are going to come along and tell you that you just got to let them be who they are. and you just gonna have to let whatever happens play on out. And you looking at them like, you fucking crazy. So basically you saying that I have to stand idly by and let them get killed, whether she or he dies at the hands of the other one, or whether they get into some shit out there in the world. I'm not trying to see my peoples in the body bag. And you can feel hopeless and helpless. 319-527-6199, y'all. 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I'll call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You do not have to give your name. You do not have to reveal your identity. All you got to do is bring your truth, bring your knowledge, bring your wisdom, bring your assistance, bring your questions, whatever and however it go. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, and we're talking about the reason why you hurt when they hurt. The reason why you hurt when they hurt. Shoot. How many of y'all have taken your children to the doctors when they were hurt, when they were sick or whatever, and you was doctoring on you was playing doctor more than the doctor was, making sure that the doctor handles your babies correctly? Like, wait a minute, you ain't got to be all rough. No, they don't need that shot. No, you know what I mean? You in there like, nah, we ain't gonna get hurt no farther. And you know how, if you've ever had a child who was so sick that it made him cry, have your children ever been that sick where they were physically sick, but you know, it made them cry, and it ain't the pity cry. I mean, pity cough. They coughing because they actually sick, got the flu, and was actually crying because the flu hurt. It's a very violent condition. Bobby Cisse says random. So my mama told me in order to help my sunburn, I should stand with the freezer open and put my face in there. Okay, Ma. Don't knock it till you try it, though. Even if you do it listen, man, old heads be having all kinds of home remedies. It'd be crazy, like, that shit worked. Sometimes it be working. Speaking of hurt, sunburn hurts. It sure does. Sunburn ain't no joke. And without hair, you feel sunburn on your head. On your head. So sometimes if you're riding in a convertible, or you're riding with your sunroof open, things like that, it can mess you up. Yes, black people do get sunburn. Yes, we do. Absolutely. But yeah, if you've ever taken your child to the doctors and your child, and you could tell that your child was in really, really bad pain. Let's say they broke a bone, or they could have just been regular sick, or definitely sick with a condition that isn't easily curable, or that you can't cure with antibiotics or laying up in bed with some soup. So it can be a tough situation, but you feel that child's pain. That's why you took them to the doctor in the first place, to try to, yo, I need y'all to fix my baby. We need some medicine over here. Fix my baby now. You supposed to be taking your baby to the clinic. You taking them straight to the emergency room. Cheryl Hudson says, "Oh, Omar, you made me cry almost. You made me almost cry thinking about my babies crying in pain. You know how it go. My late great daddy brings up to this day. He brings up when he saw me get wiped out on a bike. Somehow my foot got caught in the spokes of the bike. The bike flipped, fucked me up. I think I messed up my arm or something like that, but I wasn't hurt bad. We was upstate at my brother's school, Scotland School for Veterans Children. And I was riding somebody's bike up there. And of course, I was hot dogging it. I think I was riding with the with no hands on the handlebars or something like that. And something got caught up in the spokes. Threw me from the bike. Bike flipped over, landed on me or something. I was fucked up. But I wasn't mad. I wasn't bad. But I remember my dad was like, oh! My dad is an old veteran. He's seen people get killed and all that shit. He done had to drag people out of the fields, and been all fucked up. He fought in Vietnam. So Kadesh Twa says, LOL. I do it all the time. Yo, this fly is got yo. So Kadesh Twa says, I do it all the time. I know my baby better than them. But you got to remember, you took your baby to them. But nonetheless, you're going to try to make sure that they get the best care available. You're going to try to make sure that nobody mishandles your child because you already feeling what they feeling. They stomach hurt, your stomach hurt, your stomach hurt, their stomach hurt, their stomach hurt, your stomach hurt, your tummy is all in a tailspin, and it's because your child is not winning for the moment, and you got to get it fixed. Make sure that you do it quick. Yo, fix my baby, yeah, yo, fix my baby, yo, fix my baby right now. No ifs, ands, and no maybes. Word. The reason why you hurt when they hurt. The reason why you hurt when they hurt. Because you love them and you care for them and you're feeling them. Have any of y'all ever felt pain that your loved ones don't seem to feel? Like Robbie Rob is talking about her niece. Or is that your granddaughter? Hold on. Oh, you just said a family member. No. I'm providing information that ain't there. My bad. But yeah, her family member is acting like she don't feel no pain. Meanwhile, the family is feeling the pain for her. Like, yo, come on. We got to get this thing together. Get this thing together. It's a tough situation. When we were talking about drugs, when somebody is on drugs and you don't have any experience with drugs, you ever seen that situation? Have you ever seen somebody struggle with that situation where they're struggling with dealing with somebody that they love who is on drugs. And when you see somebody struggling with an addiction, but you've never taken drugs, you've never tried drugs, you've never been out there like that. So you don't really understand how they feel, but you feel something. So the pain of their addiction the pain of the struggle of their addiction, or sometimes the actual pain of the withdrawal symptoms from them trying to kick the drug habit that they have, is something that you can't physically feel because you've never been there. But you know that you feel something. Robbie says she never drank or smoked. Wow. Never drank or smoked. You know, when my pop was sick, you know how much weight you lose when you when you're going through cancer. And I was saying, damn, Dad, your knees big as shit. Why your knees so big and knobby? They look like, remember back in the day, the cribs had the banister and they had that big round thing on the top of the banister. If you ever slid down a banister, you knew that there was this big round. It was rounder than this, but it was on the top of the banister. The banister was wooden, and where the banister connected, there was this round thing at the top of it. That's how my dad knee looked. I was like, damn, your knee's big as shit. And now I'm looking at my knee like, yo, if I lost a lot of weight like that, I guess mine would look the same way. It was all bone. It was all bone. It was all bone. I know that was random. My bad, y'all. I know that was random. I know it was random. But he did. He had some big ass knees. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Dad. You might have left me these big ass knees. I'm trying to stay right, though. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. But, as we soldier on talking about the reason that we feel, the reason why we hurt when they hurt, it's because you love them, because you feel them, because you think about them, because you're concerned about them, because you care about them. Care is a big, big conceptual word. We can love anybody we want to love, but when you say you care about somebody, that means that they're on your mind. That means that you ain't just letting them just be out there doing whatever and let whatever happens to them. You care. Caring about somebody makes you take actions a lot of times because it's on your mind. It's on your mind. So when you care about somebody, yeah, it's probably a lot easier for you to feel the pain that they feel, the hurt that they feel, the anguish that they feel. Funny how this thing doesn't seem to work in reverse, though. It don't seem to work in reverse. It doesn't seem to work like, well, if you love them, I love them too. Sometimes we try to do it, like our children fall in love with somebody that's decent, and we try to say, well, if they love them, I love them. I care for them because they care for them. A lot of times it doesn't work that way. Sometimes it does, unless we're just saying that. What y'all think? Does it work that way? Does it? I don't know. Have you ever loved somebody because somebody else loved them? Or have you ever been able to feel the love that somebody else had for somebody else in the exact same way, conceptually, that they felt them? Huh? Have you? There's a good chance that you may not have. But maybe you have. Perhaps you have. Who knows? Who knows what's going on here? Do you know? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. But it doesn't seem we don't hear as many stories in reverse as we do the pain. Can you feel the pleasure that somebody else feels? Do we have to do a show that you feel good because they feel good? You may feel relieved because somebody else feels good about a situation. But do you physically feel good the way that they do? I'm going to say this, y'all. I'm going to say this and I'm going to try to be done with it. But watching my dad suffer through cancer and be as brave as he was going through it and pretty much being in denial of the pain that he was feeling, it has had an effect on my concept of what people are really feeling. Like, I don't know if your pain is real. I don't know if your pain is exactly what you say it is. My dad was also a trained master hypnotist. So he could, in the army, he would hypnotize wounded soldiers to not feel pain. He would hypnotize wounded soldiers to not feel pain. Is it possible that he hypnotized himself to not feel the pain that he was feeling? Maybe. But he has kind of messed up my concept of what pain is to another person. I know when I hurt. Like, I don't, like when I had the Rona the other night, and I had the Rona the other night and I fixed it with this Colon Ring. You know what I'm saying? I know that I felt pain. But now that I'm Rona free, I done cured the variant. Now that I'm good, I wonder, like, other people that had the Rona, I don't know. Okay, so because Jotois says, no, I might like them, but not love or care for them. Yeah. Shit, you might, sometimes you might not even like them. Okay, T. Carey Wright says, everyone's tolerance for pain is different. Remember that as assessing someone else's pain. Or you mean as you are assessing someone else's pain? Mm-hmm. True. But I know he was in excruciating pain. And he was just like, pain, what pain? What, me worry? I know I have a high threshold for pain. I don't like pain, but I know I have a high threshold for it. Sure Husband says, loving someone on the strength of someone else's love is very common. You should make that a show. Well, I'm gonna have to see about that, Shirley Cheryl, because I'm like, I didn't know that you could love somebody or feel the love. That's what I'm really wondering. The same way that we can feel somebody's pain for somebody else, or feel like we can feel it equally or comparably. Can you love somebody in the way that somebody else loves them just because they love them? Can we feel that? Can we feel that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. That might be a tall order, man. Because plenty of people have been in love, and I was like, I ain't there. I ain't there. Robbie Ming says, how do you know you had the Rona, Omar? Oh, I know. But I know this cured it. I had the Rona. I ain't have it but like a few hours. But this, reversed the Rona, and now I'm good. That's me. Son Sabi. Rona killer. Colon Ream. Rona curer. Take 2 of these and be healthy in the morning. Rona cure. Yeah. So yeah. As we get ready to get on up out of here. Yeah, man. I just want y'all to think about this today. Kick it around, see what you find, see what you can dissect when it comes to this. This is a bad commercial. Oh, no, it's not. Rona cure. Have you had trouble breathing? Do you have a sore throat? Do you have body aches that feel like an elephant is standing on you? Are you on a respirator? Have you tried the Rona? I'm sorry. Have you tried new improved 2021 Colon Ream? Fortified with all of God's nutrients, straight from the earth. Nothing but herbs, natural vegetables, no GMO, and filtered water, the real filtered water, not that bullshit that comes out of the those water bottles. Okay, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious July 24th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them, making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Okia M. Boyd, happy birthday to you. And Renee Tanya Renee, happy birthday to you. And also Taronda Cox, happy birthday to you. And Janita Neat Austin, turning 34 years old today. And Matrice Renette Underwood, turning 48 years old today. And Osha Kia, turning 50 years old today. And Stacy Stedman, turning 52 years old today. And Mary Freedom, turning 50 years old today. Shannon Taylor, turning 40 years old today. James K. Smith, the ever so controversial James K. Smith. Happy birthday to you. And also Stephen Reese, comedian Steve Reese. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, my man, my mellow, Oliver Thomas Jessup Jr. Tommy Jr., happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious July 24th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. I rock out, rock on into the damn, the rock out, rock on into the damn, rock out, rock on into the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen.
60 seconds.
When they hurt and you hurt, and there are reasons for it, it's because you really love them and adore it, and that's probably something that you probably want to keep going. But hopefully, your peoples don't put you through it to the point where, yes, you hurt when they hurt, but they are giving you more hurt to feel all the time. Hopefully, the pain that you try to identify with, the pain that you identify with, and the help that you try to give them actually pushes them towards a better situation, a cure, a treatment, a safer space. Nonetheless, it's always a good idea to take inventory of how we feel about anyone and their impact that they have on us. You know? So let's do this. I want y'all to have a great Saturday. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. And so, yeah. Now, check it out. My nephew is supposed to be coming over today to show me how to use this beat program. I haven't actually purchased the beat program yet, but he said he's going to come over. Now, more than likely, he might have a source to get me one for free that I can use and make beats. So we're going to see about it. You know, all of the beats that I play on here are his. So my man came down. He living in Toronto, Canada. And he going to come down and show his uncle some love. It's going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Yes, will. Everything is going to be okay. Yeah, everything is going to be okay. I want y'all to have a great, wonderful day and see y'all tomorrow morning same way. So we actually going to cut this short. Baby. And come back one time. We be back tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. Y'all know I was on time today. Y'all wasn't ready for all that. And I understand. Y'all wasn't ready for all that, but I was here. And everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Take the time now. Everything is going to be all right. And everything is going to be all right. Do your best now. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. You keep trying. You keep making sure that you push through, and things are going to happen for you. Yes. And life goes on, and that's my word. Yeah, life goes on. Yeah. And we still press. Yeah, we try to reduce the mess. Don't be messy. Make sure that you take your blessings and push them to the highest heights. It's going to be all right. That's my main concept and my main message. Yes. So, let me get on up out of here, y'all. Blog Talk, we're going to get you on up out of here. Yeah. Peace. All right,
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And for my Instagrammers, Fire Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming through. And let me kick my grammar now. There we go. Peace, y'all. And for my YouTubers, you know how we do, but I get with y'all tomorrow. And don't feel no sorrow. Be safe, y'all. Love is love. Peace. Okay.